So we told about socialist, that meaning of socialist in terms of in our country, so we say it is elimination, poverty, backwardness, to create more equal society. This. Then the question is, why it was added by 42nd Amendment Act. So already government was, let's say, facing due to bank nationalization. So that resulted into a sort of doubt, let's say, sort of suspicion, let's say. About the state. Whether private sector will be allowed. This, or to get legitimacy, state intervention. This. So that has given also debate. Which type of socialism India has? Whether it is Marxian type, Gandhian type, or Indian type. So, although yesterday we told, but you need to understand a bit clearly difference what we can say. What is socialism? Right? Socialism, then communism. This. When we say, let's say, the term socialism, or socialist, it has connotation of more equal society. This so Karl Marx, right, a strong advocate of equal society, but approach is different. It is through state control. State control or state led, in which private property liberty. So private property rights are curtailed. This becomes a form of communism. Yes. Or you can say that communism is a form of socialism. In which So by this, I guess you will have the clear idea about socialism, communism, and Gandhi's socialism, Marxian socialism, India, what India has adopted. So, can we say, is it clear now? So, we have adopted, that is how Indira Gandhi also remarked when bank nationalization happened, that the state would enter wherever it is necessary. But market should not fear, that is how it is. Market should not fear, market would also be, means it is not that state is going to enter in each and every area, market would also be allowed to play its supplement role. So socialism, you can find it is also in a capitalist society, but their pattern of economy is capitalist. Like you should know that in European countries, even in UK, you'll find that they have Labour Party and other names, and you'll find that they want to promote equal society, but that socialism is based on capitalist pattern of economy, in which role of the state will also be there. For instance, if you can see Obamacare, so Obamacare in US was brought, that was an insurance health scheme. So even in a capitalist society, state tries to bring equity, equality, and socialism in terms of communism, when we say that, so it is basically linked to the authoritarian states where the state remains authoritarian, the liberty is curtailed, private property is curtailed, that kind of things we can find. So this way you should understand, and India has adopted like democratic socialism. Now thereafter the question comes that now, so the next question is called whether India was a socialist state even if the term socialist was not the preamble. That this or so, do you think that India was a socialist state even if the term socialist was not part of preamble? Can we say yes?
Yes, sir, even Supreme Court supported it.
What other things we can tell in support that even if the term socialist was not there, but still India as a state, its nature can be considered as socialist.
So after independence and before amendments, sir, the state had the main responsibility of the welfare, sir, in India. And the private sector was also not well developed. It was concentrated in the few people's hands. So for the equality and welfare, state was only doing this, sir. Also, sir, can we say that, sir, constitutional morality is also, in case of India, it is indicating the socialist nature. So if there was a morality, then it is obvious that we were following that pattern.
Yes. That is what we can say. So the elements of socialism in India, so these are the things we should know, that already Indian society has remained socialist traditionally. Shanti Parva, if you talk about, so it talks about the welfare state. Kautilya Shastra and the spirit of freedom movement, Nehru report, all the things, freedom movement leaders, all they became socialist during 1930s. Constitutional morality that we mentioned, Constitution, DPSP is Awadi session of the Congress, Indian National Congress, and it adopted socialism as an ideal of the society. It makes economy nature, which we have adopted industrial policy resolution. So industrial policy resolution, that's why we say socialistic pattern of economy. After all, why we say ours is we say that socialistic pattern of economy. Socialistic pattern is industrial policy resolution, this. And then we had system of planning, which we adopted, centralized planning system. So it is because of that. So it is clear, this one phase we finish, one aspect we finish.
Sir, explicit word, sir. After explicit.
The addition in preamble gives explicit understanding about the socialist nature of the constitution. Explicit means now it is very obvious, it is very clear, it appears in appearance also, rather than being, let's say, imbibed and inherent. They give the inherent aspect. So constitution inherently is socialist, we can say that. Socialist. And since we have lived it. This.
Sir, by the nature only, before independence, we are the socialist and liberalist, sir. After independence, we framed as a preamble. If we now change it, sir, it may give the bad image to over the world, sir, about the country. A country has been changed by the...
Yes, it results, basically, let's say, when it was inserted, so since already inherently we have a socialist nature, so then eyebrows that were raised that time, so they were not very serious, only private sector had apprehension. Now if we remove socialist, so eyebrows will be raised, because then it will be doubted about the state credential, state promise to society about the welfare nature. So once it has been brought in the constitution, so we should not temper it, let it be part of that. It should not be removed, because it does not make sense, means it does not bound the hand of the state. You know that state government does not derive authority from preamble. So when it has been mentioned, it does not bound, it does not, let's say, somehow bind the hand of the state. Hands of the state are tied. It's not like that. The states can go for the way privatization is happening. The hands of the state are not tied because of the features of or the terms mentioned in preamble. Can we say that?
Yes, sir. I have another doubt, sir. If we change any word in preamble, in our preamble, Western countries may criticize us, sir.
Not. See, that is not a very serious problem. Even if other countries criticize, so they will criticize for some time, then it becomes non-issue. Right. But that's not the point. They would criticize and so we should not amend. Rather, does it make any sense? When we amend it, we do not amend it, does it make any sense? That should be the basis. It does not make any sense, because already you have so many things in your constitution. or the background or the society. So that society nature, let's say, does not change. So because of that, merely one word addition, it does not make change in the this. Already DPSPs are also part of the constitution. Or just see, we have told that justice. The justice, so when we have justice, social, economic, political, so it itself indicates that we should have social and economic democracy, which is mentioned. Right. So that way you should see it. So now we'll take next is called the question next, that so whether socialist nature of the constitution has been diluted by adoption of capitalist pattern of economy. Yes. So do you think that it has been affected by the capitalist pattern of economy?
No, sir, because even if the private sector has been introduced and the world as socialist has been is there, but still, sir, we have laws like Companies Act, etc., which regulate the capitalist sector as well. So state has a primary role in the regulation also.
So these are some developments related to. So development since 2014. So there has been further acceleration of privatization under present government. Like national monetization plan, this, that. You may have found also debate. They have given also debate on welfare role of state. This. So because again it has given debate, so that's why we expect once again a question on that in different format. These are traditional aspects. So due to such developments, there is view that the welfare socialist nature of state has been replaced by capitalist pattern of state. Capitalist pattern of state. So this is what we can say, but as we say that, however, it cannot be said. So why? First, So it should be left to people to decide. Right. So means it has changed. This you have to understand. You can write one more thing. Sorry. since we'll teach social justice and governance, so there we'll talk about this, how it is. Already you should know that the term collaborative has been asked in GS paper 2019. They have asked about collaborative development. So collaborative development. So there it will relate. Here we are talking. So nature of a state, if you take, what has happened? Nature of a state means means of development. It was a state. What has changed? Means of development changed. Then nature of economy, it was socialist pattern of mixed type. Now nature of economy, capitalist pattern, mixed type. Socialist welfare, capitalist welfare. We have tried to become West type. So basically we try to become Western countries type. But constitution nature remains same. Nature of the constitution remains same. Are you able to understand?
1947 to 1991 is the PSU era, and the next one is the private and government collaboration.
Yes.
Present collaboration means Russia and India is going to be defense collaboration. Example, sir.
It is not foreign relation collaboration. It is within country about development.
Okay. Sir, collaboration, which example we can take within the country, sir?
See, collaboration is like, say, when you should know that union government, state government, other agencies, they are collaborating and developing. Right? Like, say, how we have Gati Shakti. What is Gati Shakti? What is Gati Shakti? It is a collaborative effort. You should know that under Gati Shakti, 16 ministries have been brought together. The 16 ministry departments, they have been brought together. Then needed state governments, they would come. Then private professionals. So we will take help of private professionals. Can we say? Plus other, let's say that international best practices are there. So it is collaboration. It is not partnership. It's more than that.
Nothing but IIT collaborations or IIT development.
No. Collaboration happens at big level, at horizontal, vertical, national, state, local, public, private. That is collaboration. Right. And partnership is between two, let's say, no, public, private. This and partnership is for development of project, but collaboration has a bigger aspect. So that way you should understand about collaboration when we talk. Right. Is it clear? Are you able to understand the other people?
Yes, I understand, sir. The topic is understand. Example, can we take IITs are going to be over the nation, they are going to be implementing some internal projects, sir.
But that is not collaboration. That is, let's say that this is partnership basically. It's not collaboration. Collaboration means when multiple agencies come together at multiple levels of the governance. Then it is called collaboration. Like say, do you know about Aspirational District Initiative by Niti Aayog?
Yes, sir.
Aspirational District Initiative by Niti Aayog. It is another example of collaboration. Right. How the collaboration is happening? The Niti Aayog is collaborating with Ministry of Rural Development. We'll teach you later stage. Here I don't want to go into, we were teaching something else. Just I told here, since we will not tell again, so to link it. So, but let's say that ki aspirational district. Those people who do not know that aspirational district initiative. So there are 118 or 100, what we can say, 115 district initiative. The 115 districts, let's say government has the Niti Aayog. The Niti Aayog is collaborating with Ministry of Rural Development, because it is backward area development. It will come under Ministry of Rural Development, and they are collaborating. Plus, they are assisted by two non-profit organizations, TIS and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So they assist. Now they have to work with state governments, then district. Right. So basically you know that it is multi-level. At top level also they are working with state government, they are working with district government. That is a sort of collaboration. It is not partnership.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Collaboration happen to bring development, bring change. Partnership happen to develop a project. That way you should understand for your time being, as of now. Right. So whether other people are able to understand, are you able to understand the change under how socialist has changed? No. No any reaction.
Yes, sir.
So what we can conclude, by the way, or what we can conclude, forget about this. This we will not talk. Thus I told to add it when we will teach it, so you will understand it. But we are concerned with the first two only. Here we are concerned with the first two. So what we can conclude? What has happened? So let's try that. Due to new economic policy and privatization, there is change in mode of development. And also change in nature of state. That it has become more capitalist welfare type from socialist welfare. However, the nature of constitution remains the same. It means it cannot be said that state has withdrawn from its welfare responsibility. In fact, even in capitalist era, state has remained socialist, and its focus on social sector has increased. its focus on social sector has increased. Like so PESA, Panchayat Extension to Schedule Areas Act, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Manrega, Public Distribution System, Midday Meal, Food Security Act, Forest Right Act, JAM Trinity, Swachh Bharat Mission, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Ujjwala Aspirational District Initiative, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let's write it. In fact, the total government budgetary allocation to social sector has increased. And recently government has initiated Atmanirbhar Bharat, which focuses on informal sector, agriculture and MSME sector. Which is a sort of redesigning of development. And therefore, this has become possible due to moving towards a capitalist pattern of society. That is, when private sector is allowed to grow, it makes a state more resourceful. And therefore the state can focus on social sector through distribution and redistribution of resources to create equal society. However, still state is not beyond criticism. Beyond criticism, because the capitalist pattern of economy has posed following challenges and faced criticisms, like first, crony capitalism, nexus and corruption. Crony capitalism and nexus and corruption. Next, Oxfam report shows concentration of wealth in top 20% people. The performance of India on various indices, be it Human Development Index, Poverty Index, Gender Gap Index, etc., has not been very encouraging. Next, still people struggle for their basic rights and livelihood. Changing paragraph. Therefore, there should be emphasis on effective regulation of market, and a restructuring of social sector policies, programs, so that the negative consequences of privatization are tackled and state is able to create equal society. And hence, the nature of constitution remains the same, but the mode of development has changed. However, the challenge remains in terms of how to ensure market role, PPP, other such developments that there is elimination of concentration of wealth, poverty and backwardness. And that's why nowadays there is emphasis on collaborative development, collaborative governance and development. Collaborative development is collaborative governance and development. and that is now complete. So we finish socialist aspect, and in the end we have linked the present aspect also, collaboratives and other, which we will understand better when we will take governance topic and social justice topic. So a sort of that. You should recognize also the fact that yes, there is a bit dilution, means capitalist society result into, also you know, crony capitalism, nexus corruption, also you know how there is resource concentration and equal, let's say the poor, they remain poor, the rich people, they become richer. So all these things I guess you may be aware about. So you should recognize also while writing it, yes, and that can be done by elimination, by effective regulation. Privatization without effective regulation would result into crony capitalism. This is how the role. So in this way you should understand, and that is how we'll tell that. So I guess it is clear. Are you clear about that? Can you write an answer on that? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So then our topic will be secularism, which will have also one class demand, means we'll discuss.